So it's Saturday, June 20th, and you can see how I don't have wrinkles under my eyes, which I did here. I just show you here. It's June 28th at 3:28 p.m. And so what I'm gonna do is get myself to wrinkle on film here and get Dr. Obaba. Like somebody wrote a letter and right there. So get them all and disconnecting them, and I'm gonna see if I can get wrinkles on under my eyes here, and then recuperate on film. So let's get them all. They're trying not to. There we go. You can see how I'm gonna try to get lots of wrinkles on film, because these are permanent in all these hijackers of me. And so let's see what I could do. So they're so shortening their telomeres, getting the total residual volume out of them, those guys' kids. And getting all the violators, midgets and animals and kids, and getting the total residual volumes out of all of them. And then, so let's see. So you can see how it is kind of more wrinkled. So I'll just show you. So they're trying hard not to wrinkle me on film, but my last video, I got some wrinkles on film. So who am I gonna chastise now? To getting those Africans that can't even read, those stupid Africans. Right. I'm just trying to piss off these people. Wow. I just showed them some videos and show them all that they can't read, and look how pissed off they are at me in my eyes. This is human hijackers, and links in the chain, they're trying to make it so that, there we go. Okay. So now that I'll just show you here, so you can see how I have wrinkles under this eye, under that eye, and then this eye. This is at 3:26. I don't have any wrinkles under that eye, and no wrinkles under this eye. So now I'm gonna go walk to. I'm gonna try to make it even worse. So I'm gonna get those Argentinians. Did you know that the British kicked the fucking Argentinians' ass with one ship? I'll show you this, and by the time I do show the proof, I'm gonna be wrinkled. So the British, they fucking went the Falkland War. They sent one fucking ship there, and they kicked the fucking Argentinians' ass. And remember, I'm gonna be the fucking king of Britain, whatever. But I guess I didn't want to swear for this video for court, but I guess I could always edit it out if I make me wrinkle. So I'm trying to provoke these human hijackers. So let's see. Because Paul Roca, he's an Argentinian Italian. How many ships did the British send to fight and win the Falkland War? Something like that. Falcons. Oh, okay, the task force of 120 ships to the Falkland Islands to fight and win the war. This included 43 naval vessels, 22 auxiliary fleet ships, and 62 merchant ships. Okay, so they sent 62 merchant ships. So really, they sent 65 ships, truth be told. 62 of them were merchant ships. And a task force was a joint force involving all branches of the British Armed Forces. It lasted 74 days. Argentinian surrender. So is Paulo Roca, is he disappointed that the British sent 65 ships, military vessels? Merchant ships don't count, right? You send merchant ships, it's like, hey, I'm gonna do some business with you guys. They sent 65 ships, and the Brits kicked the fucking Argentinians' ass, right? In the Falklands War. And for an island that they had that's what the Brits do, they protect their property. So ever get a diffuser hit and turn off the total residual volume of anybody that violates Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. Okay? And shorten in their telomeres, all the Argentinians that are trying not to be pissed off. And everybody have metastatic day in all their organs, in their lungs and in their brains, if they violated Christian Eric Arnie Meyer and his first daughter and only daughter, Kelly Jordan Meyer, and his son, Chase Alexander Barry Meyer. So you can see, so I'm gonna watch this. This is human hijacks, and with chemical electrolysis. Watch. With chemical electrolysis, are people able to commandeer the human body? My face will drop. So people could commandeer the human body. So let me see if I did that basically by disconnecting people. So and I can turn in. But so that means if let me see anybody control their facial muscles just like that. So does Homo sapiens, humans, do they think they're smarter than Christian Eric Arnie Meyer? My face will drop. Right, so since there's 530 species of sharks, and they don't think it's possible to have 3 different species of human on Earth, my face will drop. So I'll just show you that there's 3 different species of human. Right here, because basically I have generation 2 biology, and generation 2 biology, and my kids have generation 1.5 biology. So I'll just show you here. This is typical generation 1 biology feet. You can see how there's their ankle. There's no ridge right here, bone spur, and there's no ridge. So here's my feet. You can look at your feet, and your feet are going to be different than this. I don't have to rely on the pictures. So there's my ankle, there's my bone spur, and then there's a ridge right there. There's my ankle, there's my bone spur, and there's a ridge right there. And all you have to do is look at your sternum, below your sternum, your xiphoid process. And when you do that, so when you arch your stomach out like that, you don't have this fancy little xiphoid process at the bottom of your sternum sticking out. I do, because I'm a different species of human. So I'll just show you here. So here's generation 1 biology back. Notice right here in this region right there, those ridges and the indentations. This is the second species of human. Notice right here, this is my son. He's generation 1.5 human, but he's a separate species than me. And then here is my back. You can see how I have, my back is different from generation 1. And this is my back again, different from generation 1.5. So there's 3 species of human. And this is my evolutionary map. Oh, here's a better picture. So most people, they have maybe 3 or 4 countries on their genetic map. I have over 150 countries on my map. Because I'm the true king. And every single person, when I checked in 2017, I checked about 50 DNA profiles online. And every single human had numbers in those columns but me, possibly my kids. And those are the king's telomeres, emperors, sultans, and this is so the emperors, the czars, kings, sultans, and emirs telomeres right there. Particularly the CFF1P0 and the D13S317 telomeres. So you can see, and the one below there, the D7S820. You can see how mine starts at a 10. They typically started at 6 to 14. Mine starts at a 10. And this one's 6 to 15. Mine starts at a 12. So that's why this is what I look like in January 2nd, 2025. I had wrinkles under my eyes. And the doctor, he's a psychiatrist, so he's not a medical doctor. He said that I must have wrinkles because, well, he said 2 different things. He said first I was dehydrated. So I'm like, well, how come all people have wrinkles? They must all be dehydrated. Is that right, Dr. Akbaba? Dr. Akbana. Right, so they're trying hard not to give me wrinkles on film, because normally when I do this, the wrinkles go just like that picture. They get really bad, like the picture. That's why I do it, and that's why I do this, to get them on film. So anyways, so then the other day he had a medical student there, he said, well, Christian, you are hungry, And it's like, wow. So you have wrinkles, Dr. Akwana. So you must be hungry, right? You must be dehydrated. He's like an idiot. Like, he's not a medical doctor, so he's not trained to give a medical opinion. And so anyways, like, he's an idiot. So now you see these wrinkles that I have. I'm going to walk to the common area, and these wrinkles are going to disappear by then. So I'm going to just hold the camera down so I don't get anybody inadvertently on film. But by the time I walk to the common area, those wrinkles are going to disappear like they did in the picture from 3:26 p.m. on June 28th, 2025. So I'm just going to walk, and all I'm doing is... it's like kind of like the Indiana Jones, where they had all those things, but they had a step and they had a miss where they were gonna walk. And now you can see I'm over here, and I just walked, and my wrinkles disappeared. They disappeared because I was walking on different metrics that didn't register. I'll try to do it right now, right on film, because they didn't initiate any protocol. The whole world isn't initiating any protocol right now to be able to stop me from showing that I have wrinkles and bonuses on me. I can't. So I made them give me more wrinkles. So I'll show you that. And then now I'm going to unregister. I'm going to unregister. And just like that, my wrinkles are done. Right, that's how easy it is to... and then they made the wrinkles appear just after I did the... So all you have to do, I'm just going to pause this. So you can see now, like, this is the same video, and I'll just show you the time. It's they're making it so I can right now. They're trying to, I'm trying to pull down my screen, and so it's June 28th, 2025 at 3:40 p.m. So you can see it's the same day. They're hoping that I showed somebody's phone number on there that I didn't, so they're trying to get them to respond real fast to me, and I didn't send an email, so I'll just show you real quick. So right there you can see how, what was that? This one doesn't have any wrinkles compared to before. Oh, 1 second here. So it's not going to the beginning of my, so I'm going to go to the camera, and so I get the up-to-date pictures. So here was when I woke up at, this was June 20th at 3:26 p.m. So you can see under there, I don't have no wrinkles under my eyes, really. And then, so then this one looks like I have more wrinkles. You can see how I have lots of wrinkles on this side, right here. And then lots of wrinkles on this side right there that I didn't have in this picture. And I didn't have in this picture, really. And this was, so here's the last one I took. And you can see how the wrinkles, they disappeared. And I'll just show you, like, I'm trying to prove this on film here. So now I'll show you pictures from yesterday. And I didn't have any under my eyes. They're just trying to, right here. Look at it, I had none under my eyes. None under my eyes. Like, they're starting to make this vein show up because one country controls this eye. So they're making the vein show out. Like, and this was June 24th at 3:20. So 4 days ago. So I'll just go back to, like, May. And this wasn't, this is how I looked like before I got to the hospital. This was May 4th. Like, this is how they make my eyes. Like, I slept in an ATM booth, so they gassed me in the ATM booth. But this is probably May 4th. May 5th, 2025, the day that I was hospitalized. Right, so I'll just show you here. So this would be later on at night, and so I was recovered. You can see how my eyes kind of recovered. And this is going to be May 4th at night time. So I recuperate when I get fresh air. This is May 4th at 12:17 a.m. So now I'll go to right. This is May here, the end of May. So you can see that I don't I don't have the veins sticking out under my eye whatsoever. They're not hacking the vein under my eye. And on this eye, I don't have any because I'm not smoking tobacco, so I'm recuperated. And you can see here, look, this is May. I haven't got any, this is May 31st, 2025. And look at how dark my beard, my mustache and beard is, my goatee, compared to now. But it's a little bit darker now. They made it darker, but I'll just show you from a few days ago. It's darkened over the last few days. So I'm going to try to show my hair because my hair is getting lighter too, but I have it behind my ears, so you can't really see it, but so let's just get a picture of it. So I'll show you right there. So there's a video, I believe, on June 18, 2025, my stubble was coming in black, but since this guy named Fat Mark, I call him, he's like obese. Like I wrote a song, that I don't want to put because this is for the judges. But anyways, so I'm gonna try to make this quick here because I don't want to make this a long video. I'm trying to make just all the points, but I'll just go here and so there's that. So let's see when my stubble comes in. Right here. Look how light my beard is. This is June 25th, 25. Look at how light my beard is right there compared to now, how dark it is. Look how dark it is now, and compared to how it was in this picture here. Look how light it is there, and compared to now, how dark it is now. Right, there's, and how would my beard get darker in a few days? And see right here, I didn't even have that scar. That's from acne. They're getting, here's the perpetrators right there, showing subliminal. The perpetrators there that gave me those scars. And I didn't have that in, you'll see in May, I didn't have this in May while I was in the hospital. I didn't have that in May. I just had to go to the May pictures. And here's the May picture right there. Okay, I slightly had it in that picture, but I won't have it in this picture right here. I don't have it at all in this picture right here. This is May 12th, 2025. I didn't have it right there at all. You can't see it up there whatsoever. And I haven't did this in a while, so they weren't expecting this. So I'm gonna change my scar on film. Like you can see how I'll just take a picture here so it's stable. So you can see how it looks like a 2 and then a 5. It also looks like a spider. So I have proof where this part right here, this white part, was added. And so I'm gonna, on film, I'm gonna try to make it disappear or my hand turn red on film. So this part right there, the top part of the 2, I'm gonna try to hack it with my brain, and I'm gonna try to make it disappear or turn red on film. Oh, they're making it go whiter, but they're making it go thicker actually. They're doing the opposite, so I'll do another part, the other 5, and then I'm gonna get it over there. But so I'm gonna try to make it right under that part, underneath that 2 part. I'm gonna make it go red, and you can see it went red when I said that. So basically what I had to do is, because they never follow organic directives, so I had to fake them. I had to juke, basically. I went left in the artificial intelligence system, and then I came right to be able to do that on film, right? So anyways, this is more proof that I could adjust my biology on film. So this is for court. So watch my mouth, how much my jaw articulates. I'm going to change my voice 3 different ways. First I'm going to change my voice box, and you can see how much my larynx is moving right here, and how much my mouth is moving. You can see how much my larynx is moving. Now this is me adjusting estrogen in my voice, and you see how little my larynx is moving. Now this is me adjusting testosterone in my voice, and my larynx is adjusting a little bit more, but not quite as much as when I have to change the voice of my voice box. You can see how much my voice box, my larynx is moving. right? So I could change the chemicals in my brain. And a medical doctor, I requested to get an X-ray because I have a different skeleton than people, and I have different muscles than people, and and I could change the chemicals in my brain, so it's impossible for me to have a chemical imbalance. And to say that I have any sort of psychosis, like my brother said, I threw him down a dumpster. It was on the 4th floor, and that's over 40 feet high. 40 feet high is like twice as high as a 2-story house. Right, so most people would break their bones. He would have had lacerations, contusions, and medical evidence. He would have went to the hospital. There's 0 records that he officially went to the hospital. He's dead now. But and anyways, this would have happened when I was 12 years old, and I wasn't diagnosed with schizophrenia until I was 42, with psychosis until I was 42. So how come it took 30 years? How come it took 30 years for me to be diagnosed? Right, they tried to make me say 40 years, and they just hacked me there because I brought up the Falkland Island War. Let's see. I'm in a different room now. Let's see if I can get them to age me on film here. Let's see. The Argentinians, Buenos Aires. Like, oh yeah. Like, look at how deep my wrinkles are now. They don't like the links in the chain. They don't like the Falkland Island War. That they know that they got their ass kicked by 65 naval vessels. That's it. The Brits traveled 7,000 miles to kick your ass. They didn't like that. So now watch. So I'm going to film it here. I'm going to make a new recording, but I'm going to walk around in this room, and I just got to move these chairs, and then all the wrinkles are going to disappear because I got them off guard. But because there's a subliminal system that Canada has, and there's different profiles that they have, and there's different Gauss readings, and a GAUSS meter or a Tesla meter reveals that there's magnetic fields in different surfaces and different compounds, but Canada puts different subliminal, and you can see the wrinkles disappeared because they weren't able to profile me. I just unregistered myself because I'll just show you a picture. So I'll show you what I look like. This is when I'm older, right? This is what I looked like a few years ago. So, Mobi-san. So I go to the James Cook line here. So this is what I looked like a few years ago. So now I'll show you proof of the system here. Is it under technology? It's under technology. You can see better. So here is proof, and you can see this right there. That looks just like me. That looks like just like me. That's subliminal because it's my system. It's my Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. It's my system. I'm the one that runs it. I'm the smartest human on the planet, and because basically what happens is they bounce a signal off your brain. Like we're made up of water. 55 to 78% of our body's made up of water. So water is conductive. That means we conduct electricity. That's why people get shocked or we could get electrocuted. So anyways, they could bounce the signal off molars or any dental work, and then highlights regions of your brain. And it would highlight different regions of your brain like this. And then it gives the doctors an EEG reading of different frequencies. And then due to these EEG readings, they're able to decipher with neurology and psychology basically what you're going to say. So this is a message from my son. This is a few years ago. Dad, in English class, sometimes my eyes turn red and blue. My vision, it was like I was staring at a light. I was doing my work only in my English class. This is strange. Most likely technology. You should have them checked out. Miss you. Your sister is in the hospital. I thought I could sense her there. So anyways, so he, my son had, this is technology, nanotechnology eye cameras that was making him do this if it only happened in English class, right? So my son, that in my son's own words, and I showed my son me aging on film. So now I'll show you proof that I have different pectoral muscles than any other human. So there's before I do that, so I took a screenshot today. So okay, that's a wedding that my family went to, and this is what makes me king, because I'll just show you an invitation, because I'm claiming that I'm the true king of the United Kingdom. But you can see this is one of the princesses. She looks like me. Another princess looks like me. Another princess looks like me. A king looks like me. Prince looks like me. A Japanese samurai looks like me. So where is it? So I'm trying to show you here. So proof. Is it in proof? So here's the royal invitation. I'll just show you this real fast. But it says August 27th. Oh, fuck off. Okay, it didn't cancel. I thought they made the screen recorder stop. But anyways, it says August 27th, 1871, and Princess Louise. You see the evidence right there. And then right here it says the 20th day of August. So my family went to a royal wedding. My dad had servants. His forefathers all had servants. So once again, this is what I look like. This is what I look like at 40. And this is what I look like January 2nd, 2025 for a few minutes. This is what I look like in a washroom. Because they aged me in a washroom. So here you can see, this is May 27th, 2025. I don't have that white scar right there underneath the two. You can see the 2 and the 5 clearly in this picture. So I'm just going to show you right now that I have the white scar on my hand. But below the 2, you can see how I have the scar that goes down right. Unfortunately, it's right under the 2. You can see how I have the white scar goes down longer. And so I'll show you video evidence, photographic evidence here. So anyways, so I don't have the scar right there in the picture, but I did right then when I showed you. And I do in this picture. You can see right there I have the white scar underneath. And this is the same day. This is the same day. They've had the scar. This is May 27th, 2025 at 10 p.m. And this other picture was May 27th at 4:19 p.m. Right, so, and you can see right here when I made the video, the screenshot, like this video was, this video itself is actually May 27th. It happened at 4:19 and 13 seconds. You can see right there, because that's what that means from the actual phone itself. And this one right here, this would be the same thing. I'll be able to show you how, like right there, it's saying that this was this was at 10 p.m. and 51 seconds, the JPEG. It was at May 27, 2025, because that's what the 2200, that's 10 p.m., and then 51 is seconds. So it's the same day. So who has a scar that looks like a 25, you know, and so like I'm saying that I'm royal. This was Queen Victoria's oldest daughter. This is my daughter. She looks identical. This is my daughter Kaylee. This is Frederick III. He looks like me, my dad. Their son. This is Captain James Cook, who looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, and my grandfather. This was another guy. His name is Colin Campbell. His name is on the back of the royal invitation, and he's a field marshal. He's the most powerful guy in the British Army when they were the superpower on the planet. So this is King Charles at 19. This is me at 19. This is King Charles's official dad at 19. How come I look more like his dad at 19 than he does? Because I have a closer relation to him. And this is William II. He looks just like me. He's Frederick III's son and Augusta Victoria's son. He looks like me and my mother. And this is George VI. This is King Charles's grandfather. Look how much he looks like me. I'm going to just take a picture like this. Look how much he looks like me compared to King Charles. Once again, I'll show you what King Charles looks like. So that's what I look like. And this is what, where is it? That's what King Charles looks like. So how come I look more like King Charles's dad and grandfather than he does? How come? And I have proof that my biology changes on film. I have proof that my biology changes on film. And how come I look more like his family than he does officially? It's because the men aren't related to him in his family whatsoever. They're not related whatsoever. And I posted a video recently, but if you look at Prince William's hairline and Prince Edward's hairline, their hairline's the same. But if you look at Prince William's hairline and King Charles's hairline, they're different. So he has the same hairline as King Charles's brother. That means I bet you if they did a paternity test, Prince Edward is the father of Prince William. Almost guaranteed. They have the same eyes, same hairline, and he has Prince William has different ears than King Charles, right? So 3 different distinct features, right? Like I look identical to my father, and if I was to grow a beard, my dad had black hair, but if I was to grow a beard, I'd look almost identical to him, right? How come I look identical to King Charles's grandfather? And I'll tell you why right now, because I'm almost certain. Like I'll just show you the proof here. I didn't take a screenshot of this, but I'm pretty certain that this guy's my grandfather, because my grandmother was living in London at the time, and I believe she got pregnant with Edward VIII, and so Edward VIII's names. So this is what Edward VIII looks like. You can see how he looks like me, and siblings. So his sibling was George VI. That was Queen Elizabeth's father and King Charles's father. My former mother-in-law gave me my wife a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. My half-sister Brandy lived on Princess Crescent. Behind the Royal York, there's a Piper Street. I adopted a dog named Piper, and I looked like royals. We went to a royal wedding. I'm saying I'm royal. All the circumstantial proof. I'm going to be able to subpoena and get a warrant to get a blood sample, a DNA sample from King Charles once I'm in England. Names before becoming king. One of his names was Christian. I looked yesterday. I just didn't take a screenshot of it, but they're making it. I haven't moved here. I just had an internet connection. They don't like that I'm showing proof, so they're making it so I can't go online to show proof. Like the cell phone tower moved. This is what the Sioux Area Hospital does. They hack my internet connectivity. I'm the only one that has problems. I'm the only one that complains all the time that I have no internet connectivity. So all the circumstantial evidence, like, I have the invitation, like there's a picture on the back, it says Jack, and that was my official grandfather's name. Like he went by Jack, his name is John Alexander Diggins. So like I should be connected to the internet. Like I was just on the internet like a second ago. I didn't move. I'm in the same chair. So I'm just gonna pause it, and they're getting all the perpetrators right there. Every one of them. Because all they do is they cause stress in my life, and I do have a prescription for medical marijuana that the Sioux Area Hospital has withheld now for 53 days. So I'm going to have a civil lawsuit against them and litigate and sue them because they've withheld my medication for 53 days. And I'm in a mental health facility, and they want my mental health to improve, but they withheld my medication that makes me feel better mentally. How strange is that? So finally loaded, but anyways, so here we go. It's so Edward names, Edward, Albert, Christian, George, Andrew, Patrick, David. So that was Edward VIII's names. So I'm pretty sure that Edward VIII is my grandfather. So that would make sense. Because Edward VIII was my grandfather. That would mean that he was, because they told me that Queen Elizabeth, like through, I'll just show you here, that's Seiki interpretation. So Seiki, where is it? Proof technology. I'll just show you here, but they didn't really tell me, but they were kind of communicating to other people, like through my brain, like as a conduit, like I was kind of in the middle. But computer-assisted telepathy YouTube is possible. That means people can listen to your thoughts with technology. So if you watch this video right here, that it proves that they could influence a yes/no decision remotely with technology. And with this technology here, this is the band 100. So these are the different sensors that they could put in your body. They could put in a sensor to see what your vision's doing, your hearing, your blood pressure, toxins, glucose, and it says right there implants. Right, so nowadays an ECG for your heart and an EEG for your brain. So nowadays with nanotechnology, you inhale it through the air, you drink it, or you eat it to get it in your body. So you can see it's an old cell phone. It has an antenna on it. So this is before 2017 or 2007, and this woman's able to think, communicate over the computer with implants on our brain. So people are able to do this with nanotechnology against their will. And right here, you can see contacts lens biosensor, right? And there's tooth enamel biosensors. So what they do is, once again, so I'm complaining about parasitic humans, and my name's Christian Meyer, and Stephanie Meyer, with the exact same spelling as me, wrote a book about parasitic aliens doing the same basic thing. And once again, you can see this picture right here. This picture looks like me. This is a subliminal in the system to prove that I, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, am the king of the system. And this is the Seattle Seahawks roster, and this is hidden in plain sight. So there's so much circumstantial evidence that I'd easily be able to get a warrant for a DNA sample to claim my kingdoms in the United Kingdom. Travis Homer went to Texas Christian University. In high school, my name is Christian Meyer Diggins. My dad, his last name is Diggins, so he just started calling me Meyer Diggins at school, and then all of a sudden, the school changed my name to Meyer Diggins. So there's a Myers on the team. So people would call me Myers, and then other people would call me Diggs. So there's a Meyer, Diggs, Britt, King, and then Neil, and then a Locke. So I'm the true king of the United Kingdom, guaranteed. And I'm going to get all my thrones. And it's unequivocal because, like, I have a unique biology. Once again, there's 3 different species of human on the planet. There's 530 different species of sharks. I'll just show you that. Right, so why couldn't there be 3 different species of humans? No, that's the wedding. So I'll just show you here. If I get internet connection, that's that. How many species of birds? We'll go with birds. So once again, I had internet connection and I haven't moved. I'm in the same room, so I shouldn't lose connection just because I'm chastising logic and people's, people that are slow in the brain. Like, I'm a smart guy. Like, for instance, I'll show you after. I guess I should hit the sharks because so look, I'm not even. They changed my search there. So again, the perpetrators that hacked my phone. I didn't touch my phone to do that. So I'm screen recording. They don't realize that. How many different species of birds? So birds are the same species, but they're different. So it's not available. So there's 11,000 species of birds. So why couldn't there be 3 species of humans? They're idiots. So let's see. Birds and sharks. So once again, I'm at the Syria hospital. I wanted somebody to plug in the phone and charge it for me. They didn't. They make it. I'm the smartest human on the planet, and I'll tell you, I'm going to give away an invention right now that shows how smart I am. And but I can't say ask, A-S-K, because they have black people that can't even communicate. They say A-S-T. They're like asked, right? So they make me say like asked, right? So again, all the perpetrators. I'm not black. I'm Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I'm a white guy, blonde hair, blue eye, white guy. I'm the smartest guy on the planet. And these people that live in Markham and Eglinton, they're a bunch of idiots. So once again, how did I lose internet connection? And I'm in the same spot. I'm the same chair. I didn't move. But the Canadian government allows people like fentanyl dealers to hijack my phone. Nobody else has, like, this is one of the interview rooms where people are allowed to use the phone, right? But they make it so I don't get internet connectivity in this room. At critical moments when I'm trying to prove and chastise how stupid people are, basically sharks they're susceptible to electrical signals that make them not go near people, right? So what they could have buoys in by beaches where there's electrical signals that would make it so sharks wouldn't go near people. Right, and my name's Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I'm the smartest guy that ever lived. I could I'll show you after this. Like, man, I hate these people. I can't wait to execute them once I'm king. This is mental stress. They're causing mental stress. You know, in Thailand, if you insult the king, you get 15 years in prison. These people are hacking my internet. I'm going to put them in prison for 15 years for that. And that they're listening to my thoughts. They're hijacking my body. So that's 25 years in prison, at least, until I amend the Constitution for execution. Fucking idiots. You think you could just hijack somebody's body and cause stress, right? I'm in the mental health facility, right? For them saying that I have mental health issues, but they cause stress, they provoke it. Here's the camera. I'll show you proof right here. I'm going to show you proof in the subliminal that the Syria hospital is intentionally trying to cause stress and anxiety. Right there, there's all the proof. And they're gonna. And here's how I'm going to execute them personally in court. And there's their whole families are going to go to prison for 25 years concurrently. And if they don't have kids, their best friend's family is going to go to prison. That's what they get for fucking with the true king. In the subliminal says natural, so my internet should come back. Like if not, then more people are going to get executed in the future, because that's what kings do. That's what kings do. Like attempted regicide is when you try to kill a king, right? So you can see how they aged me. So I'm going into a different room now where I'm supposed to have internet connectivity, and so you can see how I have 3 bars at the top. 3 bars. I'm just going to take a screenshot. So this page should have loaded immediately. I have 3 bars, LTE bars. That's a 6th generation cell phone tower. It's 2025. So William is nothing. He's not even the next in line. So anyways, this is, you can see how I have internet connectivity at the top. It doesn't say no internet connection, which it should say if I didn't have internet connection. This is just the Syria hospital allowing the wrong team, imposters. They're not the true king. I'm the true king. So why would you piss off the true king for somebody that appears to be the king when they don't have power? There it is. There it is. So once again, so here's all the perpetrators right there. And so watch this. I'm going to get the total residual volume out of every police officer in Canada, and every perpetrator in Canada, every politician in Canada, getting it right out of their friends and family, their kids that are vulnerable right now. And links in the chain. Oh, they didn't think they could get that. Some of your kids just died. Some of your kids just died for fucking with the true king. I told you that I was going to execute you for regicide, attempted regicide. You tried to, you connect cadavers to me. You wanted to cause mental stress. You wanted to try to give me a heart attack, right? Guess what? I'm going to watch this. I'm going to make more of your family turn off. Oh, they're trying to block it. They can't block it. They get one move, man. Like, I control my system. You can see me getting wrinkled on film here. It's perfect. You can see me have more wrinkles now than I did at 326. This is what happens when you didn't let me connect to the internet to prove how stupid you are. Once again, I'm going to just start filming from this point in the video. So once again, you could use electrical signals to disrupt the neurology of a shark, to scatter it, to make it swim away, and so it wouldn't swim near beaches. You could have them in buoys rather than having nets and what have you, and you could make it so sharks never, no human would ever get bit at a beach by sharks again with this technology. I thought of this technology 20 years ago. And the other day, on another video, I gave away another technology showing how smart I am. I'm saying that there's 3 different human species. Because, I didn't show you the back muscles. But, so I'm going to just go on. But nobody ever put hearing aids in eyeglass frames. Right? So people that have eyeglasses that need hearing aids, they have to have separate hearing aids and then eyeglasses, right? Rather than having, hearing aids built into the eyeglasses. So the fact that I'm on the internet and it's not connecting, you can see how fast it should have loaded. So there's, earlier on today, it said 530 different shark species. So I try to take a screenshot. So again, all the perpetrators there that made it change at the last second. So not interested. They intentionally did that when I went to do a screenshot. So right there. So, with Google AI overview, you can't trust it. I wouldn't trust Google for any information. So there's over 500 species of sharks. There's over 11,000 species of birds. But why couldn't there be 3 different species of humans? Right? Once again, I'm just going to film the video from this point forward. And so I'm just going to go to proof. And so once again, this is generation 1 biology. This is 1 species of human. Look at their back muscles right there. This is generation 1.5. Look at their back muscles right there. And this is generation 2. Look at their back muscles right there. This is my back muscles. Right, so look at I have a V right there. This is my son. He doesn't have the V that I have, but he doesn't have the back muscles that this guy has that has generation 1 biology. So this is generation 1 biology. My son is generation 1.5 biology, a separate species than me, a separate species than Homo sapiens. And then this is me with generation 2 biology. I'm a separate species. So there's 3 different species of human on the planet. And so I'm just gonna walk. So remember, let's see how wrinkled I am. So I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna unregister myself, and then you're gonna see these wrinkles disappear under my eyes. And I just walked through at the room because there's a profiling system in Canada, and it's my system, so I know where to step. And so that's why they're making this one come now back after the fact, because Canada they didn't implement any of this protocol right there. So again, I'm right there. And so this is why their family is going to be executed for high treason. And once again, you'll see that wrinkle disappear really soon because, did you see my eyebrows? Watch, I'm going to turn off their family members now. Links in the chain. Oh, Google Splice links in there. Oh. They thought they could block that. They thought just because this girl here had said that she looks like somebody that died over a century ago. Right? And nobody has any power in the system. Like my almost certainly, I'll show you 2 of my grandparents, almost certainly, that are kings. Almost certainly. So, and a blood test would easily prove this. And I have more than enough circumstantial evidence to prove that I'm going to be related to them. So, this is what I look like. This is what this guy looks like. This was the last German emperor. He looks just like me. I believe that he was my grandfather, Arnie Meyer's father. So I believe this was my great-grandfather. And then this was Edward VIII. He looks like me. And I believe that he could be my grandfather. And it makes sense because, they told me, like, through psychic interpretation, like, so, well, first of all, right here, you can see on the back of this Jack was my official grandfather's name. It said Colin Campbell. And we're the great maternal grandparents of John Campbell. So, anyways, so when I Google search Colin Campbell, where is it? He looked like this guy right here that looks like me and my dad and my mom's brother. And he's born on October 20th. Me and my dad were born on October 20th. And he died on August 14th. My mom died. Bridget Ula Meyer died on August 13th. And my first cousin, Justin Meyer, was born on August 14th. Right? So I'm related to him. And at the wedding, this was Princess Louise and John Campbell's wedding. So I believe I was related to John Campbell. My family was related to John Campbell at this wedding. And we betted, one of my family members, Colin Campbell, betted Helena. You can see how she looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. And she had a son named Christian. She was Princess Christian. Right, and here's the royal invitation once again, because I'm going to just film after this part. So August 20, like you can see how it says August 1871, Princess Louise, and then Marquis of Lorne. You can see right there, Marquis of Lorne. And then right here, it says the 28th of August, and then Campbell. Right, so my family was a Campbell at that point in time. And this is Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. She looks like my mom in that picture. And this was, this man looks like me. This is the last Tsar. There's 3 cousins. So anyways, so how would it be? So Edward VIII, if he is my uncle, then his dad was George V. And then sorry, I just got to do it. So George V would be my great grandfather, I believe. And then my great grandfather would have been Edward VII. Then my three great grandmothers would have been Queen Victoria. So I believe on 2 sides of my family, Queen Victoria was my 3rd great grandmother. And it makes sense because I was told that Queen Elizabeth, like through psychic interpretation, like where people were trying to use my brain as a conduit, where they weren't communicating with me specifically, but they were communicating to other people on different frequencies, that I was able to hear that Queen Elizabeth is my 2nd cousin. So that means that we share the same great grandfather. So so that would mean that Edward the Eighth was her uncle, right? So he'd be my grandfather. So no, that wouldn't work out. But somehow, like, because I believe that George the Fifth, we share the same, like he would have been the guy, but no, that doesn't work out. But so anyways, so that could be wrong, like, because I'm trying to psyche interpret, right? So there's things that are, so once again, look at how wrinkled I got on film here, and I didn't have this a few minutes ago, right? So I'm just gonna go over the pictures here, so you'll see. So this is at 4:18 p.m. There's all those, yeah. And then this is, look at this. At 4:14, I don't have any of those wrinkles under my eyes. I don't have any of those wrinkles under my eyes because I disconnected the system, right? So that's how fast, they're able to change and edit my telomeres. So constricting all their telomeres, and I hope every one of my electronic violators, I hope you have a metastatic day in your lungs and in your brain, permanently, and shortening their telomeres. So metastatic is when cancer spreads from one location to another. Right? That's where you get, Canada, because you co-ops, you're culpable. You say to a co-op you're culpable or criminal. They don't know what criminal is, but they're culpable. You ask the average co-op. Next time you get pulled over and for like a fine or something like that, where you can't get in too much trouble, right? Just be like, hey, have you ever been culpable for anything? Ask them that, right? And most of them won't know what culpable means. Like I was at a shelter in St. Catharines, and I was sleeping in the bed in the dark, and this guy's like, he's like, I made a Subway employee go missing. Right? So like a maniacal laugh, right? So I couldn't do anything at that time, right? Because I didn't want to get stabbed, like, because they didn't, there's no metal detectors, right? He could have brought a knife in, and it was in the dark. He could have stabbed me in my sleep, right? So I didn't do anything at that time, but he wore a fedora. He looked like he was Portuguese. And there was only two guys that wore a fedora there. One guy was fat, and just a typical European guy, and then another guy would look Portuguese, and he was skinny, that always wore shorts. So I'm like, oh, it's the guy that always wore shorts in bed too. And so I called the detectives. I'm like, hey, this guy, I believe he committed a murder. He basically confessed to me in the dark, and I'm like, hey, because he said he had a maniacal laugh. He's like, the detective's like, what does maniacal mean? It's like, you're a fucking detective. You don't know what maniacal means. It means a maniac. Like maniacal, right? So anyways, they did nothing. I seen the guy in Niagara Falls. So basically that was hearsay, because I'm like, well, I think he murdered somebody, right? So they didn't even investigate. But this guy used to look instead of looking for houses on the computer, he was looking at farm fields and all this. It was almost like he was looking at his trophies where he buried these bodies. And so they did nothing, and I seen him there. And so, but in the mental health facility, like in Canada, you could be hospitalized based on hearsay, right? So I showed proof, like, so for instance, my half sister, she said that I tried to jump out of a moving car while I was moving at speed. So that speed means moving fast, right? That I tried to open up the door. So I guess in her mind, she must have tried to restrain me from jumping out of the door. Right, but she's like, well, once he seen the police, he tried jumping out of the car, moving at speed, right? So now I'll just play a video for you real quick, and so this is videos from March. I seen her in April, 2025. This was it's under proof, but I seen her in where is it? There it is. So I seen her in April 20th, 2025. In this video, you can see where it says March. It doesn't say a different year. So this is March 2025, March 11th precisely. So I challenged this nurse who was pretending that we were in a hospital, and he tried to administer medication because they allow people to hide their culpability through me. And so as soon as I challenged him, a police officer escorts him off camera because they knew that they were going to get in trouble, right? Because I'm eventually going to be king. Right. And these like, bye, Christian. So once again, if I had any mental health issues, how come I wasn't hospitalized in March 11th, 2025? I haven't taken medication since July 2023. So I don't need it. And in the doctor's own words, I was in the PICU when I first got here. In the doctor's own words, I improved to go on the main unit, right? So how could I improve if I haven't taken medication, if I needed it? Clearly, I don't need medication if I improved, right? He's like, at first, the assessment, he's like, well, he's agitated. Everybody's going to be agitated when you get hospitalized. When you have no reason to be hospitalized, it's like going to prison when you're innocent. You're going to be pissed off, right? So of course I'm going to be agitated, right? So anyways, so watch this video.
No, I don't want your card. So we're not in a hospital right now.
So you can see the cops right there. So like now I'm pressing them. Like watch this guy's face, and they changed the answer online. But I watched a profiling show before in the past. FBI profilers. When you look up to the left or right in your brain, you're trying to create a story to adjust it. You lie basically. It's an indication that you lie. So this nurse right here, his face. If he was to do a polygraph test, I guarantee you that he would fail.
So do you use subliminal whatsoever? Have you ever used subliminal in your life? No, you haven't.
Did you see how his face changed? Once again, I'm going to take a screenshot, and here's the police right there. So my half-sister, this is March 11th, 2025. She said I jumped out of a moving car when I seen a police. I tried to jump out of a moving car. I'll show you the after this. So I just want to play this so you can.
Anyways, okay, take care, Christian. Okay, there's a ghost reading wherever you are.
You can see the cop, he ushered him off film, and then I'm just going to skip to the end here where it says, so right there, get them right there. This is June 28th, 2025. I just wanted to get them with that one first of all. And you'll hear me say that it shows me on film that I'm Christian Eric Garney Meyer and that it's March 11th, 2025.
So they're making me, all three of them are hiding their biology through me, like showing for the last 5 seconds. So getting all of my aura and then their aura, right? So showing their aura small so people can crush them. So you clearly lied. That's evidence. It's March 11th, 2025. No, I don't want your...
So there's that. And once again, so this is Generation 1 biology. This would be Generation 1.5 biology. This is Generation 2 biology. And so I was going to do that. So they did, I heard a secretion in my brain, so they drugged me to forget there. But that's all right, because I'm just going to show them this real fast. And how I have different pectoral muscles than other people. So once again, there's 3 different human species, right? People thought for since Aristotle's time that did the egg come before the chicken or the chicken before the egg? So if the egg came before the chicken, that means the egg was just popped out. How did the egg not get crushed? How did the egg not get eaten? The egg couldn't have rolled itself to depression to build a nest. Right, so clearly the egg would have gotten crushed. It would have had to be there for months until it hatched. And oh no, an egg needs to be incubated it needs to be kept warm for it to hatch. Right, so the egg never could have came before the chicken. Like, people aren't that smart. So I'm just gonna. So I guess I'll show you this right here. After I show you the video here. So here's a. This is my pectoral muscles. The video's not updated here. You can see how high up. Look how high. So you can see how high up that went there. That's the wrong one. I'm going to try to show you another one that where I show this guy. He's doing it on the same video here. So actually, I'm not going to do that because I'm running out of time here. But I'm just going to show you sores on my feet that I have. So they make this sore right there that healed and opened up again. Then they gave me a sore right here in the thickest part of my callus. You can kind of see it still. It healed and went away. Then they gave me a sore in between. Like, look at it. Like my, oh, they're not making me. Let's show it on. I'll show you right there. You can see how it looks like my skin's cauterized right here and right in between here. Like, look at that. It looks like my skin's cauterized.
Good.
And so then right here, this opened up as soon as Fat Mark came back on June 26th. That happened again. So how come I've had 4 sores on my feet in Canada? You know, when I should heal instantly in Canada. You know, how come as soon as a drug dealer, a fentanyl dealer, like I showed them where they hid, like right here, here's where his stash house is for all his money, right? And here's what he does to cows, right? And they didn't want to see that one. And here's what he does to pigs. His name's Mark, right? He's related to, you know, possibly Colin Campbell too. So every once in a while, he pretends to eat meat. This guy is so obese that he hasn't seen his penis naked. If he looks down, he doesn't see his penis, right? You know, so they try to restore. He doesn't have evolutionary attributes, right? He's generation 1 biology. He's not Christian Eric Ronnie Meyer, myself, that has generation 2 biology. So anyways, I have to keep on repeating my name because some people see an augmented reality and they pretend to be me. And so there's 3 different human species, once again, because there's 500 different species of sharks and there's over 11,000 species of birds. So why couldn't there be 3 different species of humans when I showed on film 3 different back muscles? And I'll show you right here because I forget if I showed in this video or not. But look at my feet. Look at my feet. So right there, there's my ankle. I got a bone spur right there and then a ridge right there. All you have to do is look at your feet and you're going to see that your feet don't have that, right? So I'm a different species of human than you are. I'm human too. So the Canadian government exploits me because of this. I have proof. Like this video is for court. I have proof when I go to court. I had varicose veins on my legs that I don't have. They came and disappeared in a day. I have proof. Like I'll just show you right now. And son, I haven't worn shorts this year. So here's my leg right there. So there's the scar you could see in the varicose veins video. There's the scar right there. And the varicose veins was around this area here. So you can see how, like there's my skin tone right there. There's my skin tone right there, normal. That's why I'm white skin. And then you can see how I still have my tan from last summer. My tan used to disappear around November, December. And my hair, I'll show you. I'll just go to one of my TikTok channel. And I'll just show you. I'll just go to TikTok real fast and I'll show you how I had blonde hair in January. That's kind of good. So I'm just going to show you here. So the sand is draft. I'm like, why is it not allowing me to search? So this is my older TikTok profile. I'm gonna go to the Monarch Eminence. And you can see in this picture like how I have there's my pectoral muscles that different ridges that nobody has in their pectoral muscles. I have a different abdominal muscles that other people have. Okay, I was wearing a hat in this picture. So maybe it's under I had another account here. It's called God in the Flesh. I usually had well, I guess there you can kind of see.
Association, guilty by proximity, and I don't accept anybody else's karma. I get my own karma from my own inherently good choices in life, and they get this evil people.
This was, but you can see, well, in that picture, this was March 22nd. So you can see all the wrinkles that I had because I'm smoking tobacco at that point, and they wrote, 150 kilotons of pollution to poison me to be able to do that. So you can see, I'll just show you here. But you can see under my eyes the wrinkles that I had under my eyes, and you can see my hair, how blonde it was. If I was to show you any pictures of me at any point in time in March, I didn't have hair that blonde because they made me blonder. They wanted me to be blonde, basically. So once again, I'll just show you screenshots of. So there's my pectoral muscles. So I'll just go here like this. These are all in the proof folder now. So people play these different roles.
Hello, Christian.
How's it going?
Yeah. Do you have any update yet from the court?